gentlemen, as always, I do welcome you to my lesson for today, where we will be looking at your mathematics. So, guys, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very, very much important because, honorable members, what I'm about to say, it's massively, 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 massively. Hey, massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. By so saying, like uNkulunkulu lebandla, please, guys, please, 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 please. Please do make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, you learn something new. Very, very much important, honorable members, on that one. So, guys, if you remember, we did say that when it comes to the YouTube live lessons, this is where we are just going to be doing a revision, honorable members or members who are honorable, just so that by the time of exams, you won't need to go through a revision, but you just focus on whatever that is new for that term. So you make use of this opportunity to do a revision. So as we mark the attendance register, we've got Mapula Letswalo, Rahun 4000, that is Taifara. We've got Anesu, Asandi Swa Asa, excellent, also present. Ali them Alice Mediri is V, Mediri is V. Okay. Molete has joined. That is Trench from Mamelodi. There is Olwe Tukele present. Even Leah Tracy. Leah Tracy says na minkona. Rea beswe tlholowe. Ria is also present. Ntogozini. Kera erho. Boitumelo shongwe. Okay, like uNkulunkulu lebandla. I did promise that we will at some point have a look at these things. Remember, the previous time I think we did what was it? I think the previous time we did simultaneous equations, and I was very much impressed with you guys confirming the answers that you were getting, as most of them were the same as what I was getting, which was a good indication that kancane siyavela. Okay, asemahle Bastille is present. Asemahle Bastille. Augustine Ledwaba, Augustine. Vino, that is Vino Gubai. Vino Gubai is also present in today's lesson. So, guys, very quickly, let's try to have a look at this, which are inequality problems, and try to complete all this type of problems in just one lesson, of which at a later stage or in future you can make use of this same link to catch up on this lesson, because immediately after this lesson it is going to be uploaded and you guys can catch up. So remember, guys, the moment you start seeing something or a letter to the power of 2, just know that you are dealing with a quadratic. It could be equation or an inequality. Yiko nzuza also present. So because of you having x to the 2, that means you need to rewrite all of this in the standard form. But where is your starting point. You always start where there are brackets. So that means you will need to say that by that, that by that. You already have that greater than, so that is 3x, that you plus it with that times that. What is it? I think it's 18. So now you need to take this to the other side, also that to the other side. Remember, it changes the sign, it becomes that, also that changes the sign. This sign, it doesn't change when you move things to the other side. So it remains as greater than. Now that you took everything to the other side, then what remains on the left? It is 0. Can you guys see? Now it is written in the standard form. It is for that reason where you do know very well that you can straight away factorize that. Obviously, you've got x, you've got x. What two values can end up giving you 18? You work them out together, they give you 3. I think 3 and 6, yeah. What about 3 and 6? Remember, the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. So that means you've got a minus there. And then obviously here you'll have a plus. Why? Just so that when you say negative 6 times positive 3, it gives you negative 18. Remember to also work it out on your side, honorable members, just so that in case if I'm making any mistakes, you are able to pick up those mistakes and comment so that I can correct those. So this is a stage where now you can say we need the critical values. You do this after you have found the correct factors. So that means you will take the whole of that, which is x minus 6, you equate it to 0. You also do the same with that one of that. You equate it to 0. Then you say x, you take that to the other side, it becomes 6. You take this to the other side, you end up having your x, which is equals to negative 3. Later, the rise of tomorrow. That is Laetita Nondela. So Laetita Nondela is also, hey, guys, please remember to like my YouTube channel. Comment in the comment section. And what else you need to do? Click on the like button. What else? Yeah. Welcome back. Please subscribe. Yeah, you know all of those things, honorable members. Remember to do all of those things. So now you've got your critical values. What do you need the critical values for? You need them to be represented on your number line. So you obviously have negative 3, and then you've got your 6 there. Something very much important, you need to remember that if you have a sign of greater than or less than, you just have a circle which is not shaded. If you have greater or equals to, it could be less or equals to, it's a circle, then you shade that circle. So can you see in this case we just have greater than, it's not greater or it's equals to. So that means after the critical values you just have a circle which is not shaded. So you'll always know from the start of the problem if the circle is going to be shaded or not. And then now what I've discovered is that when you have a greater than sign at that stage where you factorize, this is where now you have your arrows pointing outwards. And it becomes very much easier to make a conclusion because you just say x, you see this arrow, you just take it as it is, and that arrow is for negative 3. Or x, you see that arrow, you just take it as it is, and that arrow was for what? For 6. Only if that was a less than, this is where you are going to have a circle, and then you have these things joining together. Then this is where now you just say x, you have less, then you have your critical values. That is the difference in terms of representing your final answers. How you represent your final answer is dependent on your inequality a sign at this stage where you factorize. Yes, because this inequality sign, it can change from that to being the opposite. It depends on your A value being negative, or when you remove the negative on the A value. So guys, this is how I would work it out. I see Suzanne, Susan, Susan Siabata. That is Lindy Way. Just says we've got Lindy Way Sisulu, Lindy Way Lindy Way Susan. Honorable. So guys, this question, with you getting it correctly, you are definitely going to score yourself 4 marks on that one. I'm not sure if there's anyone who's getting the same answer, or are you guys getting a different answer? Guys, in the comment section, can you let me know what is it that you guys are getting? Evan Menlonge, it's been long, honorable member. Where were you? Where were you, Menlonge? Let's see. Same answer. Okay. Shokti manje. Siyaphambili. Remember, guys, these type of lessons are meant for revision and nothing else. So you might not need to expect anything new, but just be aware that what we are doing there, it could be something that you have seen before, but all that we do is just to do some revision. Menlonke, ngikuzwile futhi ngiyakuzwisisa. Okay, so let's see. Now we've got x squared, we minus 2x, we minus 8. We say all of that, it's less than 0. And guess what? If you get it correctly, we will definitely give you 3 marks for that one. Something very much important, honorable members, you just need to remember that at all the times when you have a quadratic equation, as long as on the right side you have 0, then all that you need to do is just to rewrite it in the standard form and then you factorize. Luckily, in this case, it's already written in the standard form. I'm just trying to make sure that this English is coming out of my nose, honorable members. So don't be surprised sometimes when I don't mention other letters. Just know that they are silent. Luckily, this is already written in the standard form. All that you need to do is to just factorize. So let us factorize that. Obviously, we've got x. I think it is 2 and 4, which can be worked out together to end up giving you that. That's if obviously we know the negative number goes to the bigger number between the two factors. That one is Muhwa Kimulao. Just says, how am I going to say this in Zulu? If azinjwayelo ngigumthetho, yeah, asadama asandis ka Sepedi re re e se mokgwa ke molao, if asinjwayelo ngumthetho. Yeah, I think I'm saying it correctly. So it's more like, honorable members, at all the times, noma kanjani, the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. Between these two numbers, this is the bigger number. What sign do we give the bigger number? The sign of that middle term. So this one you have to decide whether you give it positive or negative. And you look at that sign to say, if I put negative there, when I times that and that, it's going to be a positive, but there's not a positive. That is why here you make it a positive, so that when you say that, it gives you that negative 8. So can you guys see, this is where now you need to find your critical values, or your critical values. So now this is where you say x minus 4, you equate it to 0, or you say x plus 2 equated to 0. La kankulunkulu le bandla, notice what you have done. You have now introduced an equal sign, and before you introduce that, you must have stated that you are now about to find the critical values. Trust me, if you don't say this, you might not score some marks on your critical values. So now let's see. Your critical values, you've got your x, which is equals to 4. You've got your x, which is equals to negative 2. You need to represent those critical values on your number line. So obviously you've got that, but remember, you have that. So that means you'll just have the circles which are not shaded. And when you look at that, you realize it's less than, which is where I said you join those two unshaded circles. And in that case, this is how you're going to represent your answer. What you do is just to put that critical value, and then also there on this side, you just put that critical value. Bese uqedele la kaNkulunkulu le bandla. Not just la kaNkulunkulu le bandla, but elthembekileyo. Guys, are we also together on that one, honorable members or members who are honorable? Guys, what is it that you guys are getting on your side? With you working out that one, it's exactly 3 marks that you are getting for doing that one correctly. Nothing more, nothing less. Seems like we are all getting the same answer. Okay, let's maybe have a look at this one, which is 2x squared minus 2 greater or equals to what is it, 3x. We give you 4 marks if you get it correctly. Guys, please be aware that during my time, this is what I used to do, honorable members. I would just do these things over and over and over and over again. I'll do it many times, honorable members. That's how you practice. And it's not only for that purpose. I only realized at a later stage that with me doing these things over and over again, I got to a point where I'm used to sitting on a table, and then not necessarily sitting on a table, but obviously sitting on a chair. Yes, sitting on a chair, and then from there, you start practicing mathematics. You develop the love for these things, honorable members. You do it many times. Before you know it, you are used to doing it, and then before you know it, now you are able to discover some strategies. You develop a better understanding, and then before you know it again, it's you getting flying colors. But that does not come instantly. It takes time, honorable members. It takes time. It all depends on how much of your time you invest into making sure that you practice mathematics. Trust me, the moment you fully understand mathematics, we minus physical sciences, especially paper 1. And then when it comes to chemistry, it will also be dependent on you studying. So it gets easier when you get to do more of these things. I see someone indicates that it has started lagging. How about now, honorable members, before I start working on that one? Is everything okay? Can you clearly see? Can you clearly hear me? It's Almal Rech. Yeah. Is everything okay? Guys? It's better. Around 4,000. That is Taifara. Okay. So when we look at this, now we have greater or is equals to. All that we know is that we're going to have circles which are shaded. We're going to have circles which are shaded. So now let's see. We have that, which means this thing is a quadratic inequality. Therefore, we need to write it in the standard form. So if we take this to the other side, we therefore have that. We can just write it straight away in the middle because we need to write it in the standard form. So now this is where you need to factorize. Yes, yes. What's are going to be the factors, honorable members? Maybe let me give it to you guys to factorize this one. And let me know what are going to be the factors. Are we going to have 2x maybe, and then we have x there? Maybe we have 1 and 2, but the question now is where are we going to have 1? Will the 1 be here and then 2 there? Bigger number taking the sign of the middle term. So now let's see, if you say that by that, it gives you that. That by that, it gives you -4. No. -4. Yes, -4. And then when you say that by that, it becomes positive x, and then -4 plus x is -3. Yes, and then that by that, it gives you. Yes. I put it to you, your honors, that these are the factors verdiiden. Anyone who agrees with that or disagree with that, what is it that you are getting on your side? As just let me quickly go and get the heater, honorable. It's very binding this side, so I definitely need. Okay. Let me connect honorable members. Yes, it's very, very binding. I'm not sure if it is only binding on my side, but we are bound. Okay. Let me see. What is it that I got the same factors? Oh yes. So now this is where you need to say the critical values. So that means you've got your 2x plus 1 equals to 0. Trust me, you end up having your x, which is equals to -1/2. And then on this side, you've got that, your x being equals to +2. So now you end up having -1/2 there, and then 2 there. You've got circles which are shaded. And then now, can you see? You've got a greater than sign there, which is where I was saying, if it's greater than, you've got these things going outwards. So that means you say x, you see that arrow, you take it as it is, and then you're having that. You see that arrow, you take it as it is, and then it was for that. Yes, this is what I meant, honorable members. I'm not so sure if we are getting the same answers. I see the other honorable member got a different answer. What are you guys getting on your side? The other honorable members. The other honorable members. La kaNkulunkulu libandla. Let me quickly check for the next question. Okay, now I have another question. But yikho konke nzuza. I got the same factors. Oh, my bad, made a mistake. Amatleba style. Yes. So this is how you would work it out, honorable members or members who are honorable. So the only tricky part about this thing, it is this stage going down where you need to represent your final answers. At this stage, this is what is going to guide you in terms of how a final answer will look like. If it was less or is equals to, that's when you have those shaded which are joining, and then you represent your answer as x being between. So that means it would be -1/2 and a 2. But in this case, where now you've got greater than, this is how you represent it. I hope nitholile nonke manje siyaqhubeka. Remember guys, as we are flying akunesikhathi sokulala eParliament, sikhuluma izinto ezibalulekileyo. So now we are having x minus that, and then that. How much are we going to give you for this one? Yeah, we're just going to give you 4 marks. We're just going to give you from just as guys, I want to remind you of something very much important. Something very, very much important. Please be aware, honorable members, that with you having a tutor, just says, it feels so nice when someone says, me, I've got a tutor. But with you having a tutor, it doesn't automatically mean you are going to make it, honorable members. I think you need a third ear to fully hear me on this one. It doesn't mean automatically you are going to make it. You can still get -0 on your mathematics, even with you having the tutor, honorable members. What is surprising is that if it happens that you've got your teacher, you've got your tutor, and you have yourself, and you've got the support from your parents, and you get 0%. Imagine if you then did not have a tutor. If you already got 0, having the 4 of us, if maybe the tutor was not there, what do you think you're going to get, honorable member? Asiqale lapho le ndaba le. So in short, I'm just saying, for some reason, in case if it happens that you get level 1, honorable members, in the presence of 4 parties in support of your educational journey, it just serves as an indication that you need to work hard, honorable members. You need to work hard. You definitely need to do something, because it does happen that you fail with your teacher being present, teaching you with everyone else in class. Obviously, there will definitely be those who make it. There will be definitely those who get the highest marks. But something that you guys are not aware of is that whichever grade that you are doing, you might find that that's not where your problems are, honorable members. I was very fortunate to notice this when I was in high school, and I noticed it through the honorable members that I was teaching, that actually these guys are struggling, but what they are struggling with, it's not what they were supposed to be struggling with, but they only understand better when we start at the lower grades, which is where things start. So please be aware that in case if you are struggling or getting lower marks, The only way you can measure if you are now working towards the right direction. That's if you work harder than your teacher, honorable members. That's if you work harder than your tutor. That's if you are more concerned than your parents being concerned. That's if you work way much more than you did the previous time. Honorable members or members who are honorable, very very much important on that one, like uNkulunkulu lebandla. Please be aware of that. And if you want to know if you are making progress, the most important indicator, it's by how many mistakes you've made. And out of those mistakes, how many were you able to correct on your own? How many of those were you able to seek for assistance and you were able to resolve those? So try by all means to make sure that no one in your school makes more mistakes than yourself. Not just mistakes or abandoned mistakes. You make a mistake, you correct it, you fail to correct it, you consult. You don't just make mistakes and then you go to church and you say hallelujah, raba 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 ta, raba kosi, raba whatever, and then you expect things to happen. It doesn't work like that, honorable members. It doesn't work like that. It's not like uNkulunkulu is waiting up there for you to make a mistake and then they are going to correct it for you. No, 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 no. You make your own mistake, you correct it. You can't correct it, you consult until it is resolved. Then you know that it's a done deal. That's how it works, honorable men. If you don't do this now, trust me, for the rest of your life, you are going to do this at work. And by that time, you'll be somewhere in the farm collecting some potatoes for us to make some nice chips. As we're just going to enjoy the chips, honorable members, because we've done the work during our high school time. This is now the time for you to do the work. You don't do the work, you're going to be counting the sweet potatoes. And you are going to make mistakes, and they are going to hammer you for making mistakes on counting the potatoes. So be very careful, honorable members, to make sure that you are responsible enough, to take responsibility for your education, as we are just there to support you educationally, not necessarily to make you to make it. You can't buy a pass, honorable. You can't buy a pass, or you can't buy to pass. Okay, so I see you guys are commenting with some, so now let's see. This connected. Okay, now it is connected. Guys, what I was doing, it was to try and work out this thing very quickly. I did notice around Tefera that it was disconnected, but it looks like it's now okay. So now let's see, we've got x squared minus 2x, that and that, it becomes that, and then we have that. What we need to do now, it is, let's see, no, need that. For that, and let's say that, and then that. Bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. Now you say critical values. Guys, critical values. Guys, how do you say is it okay now, or are we still having the same challenge of this, of myself breaking? I'm sure what you guys are hearing is me saying, open bracket x minus 4 close bracket. Guys, is it better now? That was just me trying to assume what you guys might be hearing. You are back, yes. Okay. Critical values. Time you guys say it's lagging, I would have also picked it up on my side. So it seems to be consistent in doing that. So otherwise, obviously I have the critical values. So what is it? Obviously this, and I think it is that one of the outwards because it's greater than, but remember we have that and that. So this is where you say x, that arrow exactly as it is, per x, that arrow exactly as it is, and it was for that. So now let's see, what is it that you guys were getting? Matiwan. Oh yes, the CV is that. Okay. Matiwan. I almost didn't see that you were saying CV. Yes, it seems like you guys got it correctly. Okay, so guys, we no longer waste time, but we now look at another one. Another one means another one. Konje, is it a Zimbabwean or a Nigerian who would say another one? Another bango. No, another one. Another one. Another one. Yeah, I think it's a Nigerians, yes. Another one. Just I like it when they say another one. I just can't remember if it is yeah. Okay, so let's see. What is it that we are having? We are now having this one, which is that. Just says, what an interesting question. With you getting it correctly, we are going to give you exactly 3 marks. Exactly 3 marks is what you are going to get to work it out correctly. So, guys, you might need to remember that at all the times. At what? At all the times. Yes, yes. I still remember in school, a teacher would say the first time and then repeat it again. And when they repeat it, we do it together. At all the times. At what? At all the times. You always start where there are brackets. That's your starting point in mathematics on it. But why or how do we know where to remember? BODMAS starts with letter B. The B stands for the brackets. So that is why at all the times. At what? At all the times. You always start where there are brackets. I'm just waiting for you guys to let me know what is it that you are getting as your final answers for this one. Trust me, honorable members, this one, I just want to give it to you, to give it a try, and then I will work it out after you've commented. So this is your opportunity to make a mistake, honorable members. So you've got a choice to either make a mistake or do not do anything. So you can see, guys, you've got a control over yourself. No one is going to push you to work it out. No one is going to somehow check if you are busy there. No one is going to check if you are punching your calculator there. But it lies on you, honorable members. Trust me, after a few years, you will always remember that the power was once in my hands. Yeah, power was once in my hands. And you will start feeling this during exams. The reason why we won't push you is because we want you to feel it. Yes, we want you to feel it. May I believe in you going through the most, because no one is going to make you to take a U-turn, but yourself, you're going to make that decisive decision. You're going to be decisive and make that decision to say, no, I know what works, I know what doesn't work, so it's up to me to choose to make it work or not make it work. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be brave enough to participate. Whether something is wrong or correct, it's not my fault. If I do it incorrectly, it remains the responsibility for the tutor to make sure that they explain to me the correct way of doing it. Then it therefore remains your responsibility to make sure that you practice some more, you do it over and over again, and you look for similar problems to work them out and check the memo until you fully understand those. That's how we study. You don't just do something once and you feel like you are a master. That's not how it works, honorable members. You do it over and over and over again until you dream about it. And the dream mustn't be nice. You must dream a situation where you're writing an exam and all that you practice about, you get all of them wrong. And you wake up, you remember those questions, and you're like, that means I was dreaming, because I know these things, I was going to get them correct. Yes, that's how you know that it's time to move on to a different topic. Ali the Ali's Justin 44. Yes, Justin 44. That 44, honorable member, is it the house number or what is it? You know, I'm interested in these numbers. There's around 4,000 there, and I wonder what that 4,000 is. Yeah, around 4,000. 4,000. I'm trying to check something. Something is what I'm trying to check. I'm trying to check something. Something is what I am trying to check. It is that. Okay. Okay. It's part of the username. Okay. It's just a username. Yes. Well, 1,000 is an guy. Raul. Mona ulaga 4,000 and narchon munala bobulaga 4,000 sicabanga imali manje wena ungathi udlala ngenamba ya udlala ngenombolo 4,000 44 ya 44 ya at least 44 than or 44 rand it's la mna ubula ka salary monna around 4,000. Okay. Guys, what's happening? What? Why are you getting that answer? Okay. How would I work it out, this thing, honorable members or members who are honorable? Ongathi sisazobuya la. Okay. Just I wonder how I'm going to explain this one. But this is what I'm going to do. What did I say? I said you start with the brackets. So that means you're going to do the Buddha. So that means we are having a 4x. The Buddha, it gives you that. Remember, you still have that. Okay. So let's rewrite this thing in the standard form. What are we having? We have negative x squared plus 4x less than 0 there. But remember, for it to be in the standard form, we must not have a negative a value. So that's why we're going to divide everything by -1. And the sign changes. So that means you are having x squared. There it becomes a minus 4x. That one it changes because you divide it by a negative, and then that becomes that. Now you can factorize, and for you to factorize, you therefore have this. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Almost all of you, and like all of you, you thought this thing is like that, and it is not, because this one is 4 minus x. It's not x minus 4. That's why you got moved and big time. So can you now see? Then that means your critical values, you've got that to that. So that means that to that, or okay, let me just say x is equals to that because it's the critical values, and then we have that. So that means in this case, you're going to have 0 there, 4 there. You have circles which are not shaded because it is greater than, it means that of the outward arrows. And then this is where you say x, you take it as it is, and then that. Say x, take it as it is, and then that. Do you guys see your mistake? Nitonile rongo. Nonke nitonile wrong. Song Bros 15 is saying, I was so scared when I saw everyone else's answer. What was your answer? Yes. What was your answer? Wena utheni, wenzeni, uthole malini? Abanye bayasebenza, abanye bayathuka, uthukelani ungasebenzi, abanye bayasebenza, no, not abanye, omunye uyathuka, Song Bros, he is lying. Song Bros is lying. Song Bros is getting, he says he got these answers. He was scared and then he got, trust me, this one is lying. My young sisters are telling me I have thrown the technological bones. I have thrown them down, and they are telling me that Song Bros, that one is lying. Trust me, he's a corrupt politician. This one. Do you guys trust Song Bros who's saying, I was so scared when I saw everyone else's answer, and he's saying these are the answers that he got, and he never commented those answers. This one I don't trust. This one, Mapula, ke motshepo. Wena motshepa Mapula. A re bolele Sepedi, a ke tshepe a kwa Sepedi monna, a re morere motho monna ke Song Bros. Mapula nna ke motshepe. Ke tšhaba bolela maaka ke motshepe mthako. O ka re wa re shaya. Song Bros. Song Bros, you are shaya. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to remember, but guys, you do say you notice your mistakes most. Be very, very careful of that one. Okay, so now let's see. Let's see. Where's the other one? Another one. Okay, here is the last one. Here is the last one. So, can you guys see when you are given an opportunity to comment with the answers that you got, you make use of that opportunity and you comment. If you don't comment and then you wait after the answer has been calculated and then now you comment, even if you got it correct, we can't trust you. We just can't trust you because you made it impossible to be trusted. Okay, so here is the problemo. Here is the problemo. Work it out and let me know what is it that you are getting. Work it out and let me know what is it that you are getting. Here is the problemo. It has some trickiness inside, but I want you guys to give it a try and let me know what is it that you are getting. Guys, remember to click on that the sharp button or the like button. Click on that like button. Yeah, let's just click on that as we work it out. Then after this one ngizobe sengiqedile manje. Ngizobe sengiqedile. All that you need to do in future for you to catch up, just what is it? Just click on this link and then catch up. So that means there won't be a chance for you to be asking konje lento le siyenza kanjani lento le. Sisobe singekho isikhathi sokubuza ngaleso sikhathi. Sisobe sizekho isikhathi sokubuza ngalezo sikhathi. During exams, me, I don't talk too much during exams. I just watch the game. I get now we are busy, honorable members. Apparently we are not playing. This is Parliament, honorable members. We are discussing issues of national importance. Like Angulungulu Bandla. During exam, it's time to rest. You mustn't be doing up and down during the time of examinations. No. You just need to have a very nice glass of water and then you enjoy it. While you relax, having enough sleep and all of that. Hey, tatas cut is it. But are you winning there, honorable members? Are you guys winning there? Okay, someone got an answer. Ali Dema Ali's is getting -4 less or equals to x. Dema Ali's. We don't represent the answer that way. You start with x and not with a number, unless if you are saying between this and that. Ngwana letswalo santse o lokishe monna o tlo tlhoka gore o lokishe mowe ka gore wena gore ke less than and wa bona gore ba re file what is it, whatever or equals to. underscore okay, Matiwane, you are only going to get a 60%. You are only going to get 60% because you are giving the critical values and not the final answers. So ngwana letswalo, rather use underscore. Mapula underscore letswalo. Because you see there, we've got greater or equals to. So whether your answer becomes greater or equals to, or less or is equals to, whatever the case may be, rather use underscore there. Because otherwise, it's wrong. The wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong is wrong. Okay, now let me work it out. So let's see, da, it makes it a 2x, da, it makes it 8, da, it makes it negative x squared, da, it makes it negative 4x, and then that. Okay, so now let's see. Now I need to write it in the standard form. We obviously have negative x squared, we have that and that, we have negative 2x, and then we have that 8 there, we still have that. So we need to remove that negative. So you can remove it by dividing by negative or by changing all the signs. So that means you're going to have that. This one, it changes to become a plus there. This one, it changes to become that. Also, that one has to now change because we're dividing by that negative. So now you factorize. What is it that we are getting? We have xx, trust me, it's 4 in 2. The bigger number takes the sign of the middle term, and then you end up having that. So obviously, critical values, you've got your x that, or you've got your x that. So that means you are now forced to say a circle which is shaded, circle which is shaded, and then you join the two, because of at this critical stage, this is where you end up having that. So remember, this is negative 4, this is where now you have the x being between what? Negative 4 and 2. Bese oqedile. I hope you guys noticed your mistakes, honorable members or members who are honorable. Ngiyathemba ukuthi nibonile iphutha zenu. Yebo. Asengiqedile manje. Sometimes when you have that being less than, sometimes if, for example, okay, in this case, another way you can write an answer, you can just say x is the element. You see these corners, you do that, you write negative 4 there, you write 2 there. But if maybe it was just less than, this is where you would say x is the element of, you do the curvish brackets, and then you have negative 4, and then you also have your 2 there. That's if sometimes you don't write it that way, but you prefer to write it this way. But the other one where is greater than, that one you have to write it that way that I've shown you. Yes. So Alidema Alice, can you now see it becomes a lesson that you must never forget to change the sign of that inequality. That is the instance in which it changes, and that's where examiner is going to catch you with you not changing it. Then you won't get full marks. But otherwise, questions are the same, honorable members. You can see that all that we have been doing Same procedure is just that these things are asked differently. So you just need to be extra careful and know what is it that you're supposed to do at which stage. That's all. That's all. That's it. Mina sengiqedile manje. Sengiqedile manje ngifuna uhamba manje. Ngifuna ubaleka futhi ngifuna ubaleka ngenyawo zobili ngoba sengiqedile manje. Sengiqedile. Angazi ukuthi niyamvumela ukuthi ngibaleke inyawo zobili. Where's Muano? I don't think Muano is in the lesson because she could have said Muano present, and also she could have she could have said Nzena langande Muano ndova libitso la ka ke Mapula Letswalo nna ke tswile. Yeah. Okay. Alidema Alice, how do you sign out in Urdu? Guys, Alidema Alice speaks Urdu. I forgot to ask you, how do I say it? Can you type it for me, honorable member? How do I say, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Desmond and I'm out. Yes. Alidema Alice, how do I say it? Can just type it there and I'll try to pronounce it. I'm just hoping that your language in terms of writing, it is not that one of, that one of this. Yeah. Because here, trust me, I won't know where to start, honorable member. Yeah. Alidema Alice, how do I sign out in Urdu? Urdu. It looks like the Alice is gone already. Now I'm about to run away. Sengicabanga ukuthi ngiqedile manje. Manje ngicabanga ukuthi ngiqedile manje. But I'm still waiting for Alidema Alice to write down how to sign out in Urdu. Urdu. Yes. Oh, okay. Mard aur bandi, mera naam Desmond, hai aur mikhatham ho. Hey, era ho. Dema Alice, are you sure you are not making me to read? Kereha Desmond, kereha. Hey, I don't know if I should trust this one. That ho in the end, is it not kereha era ho? Very good pronoun. Evan, I got it correct, Mos. Mard aur bandi, mera naam Desmond, hai aur mikhatham ho. No. Round 4,000. That is needy Afrikaans, meipa. That is needy Afrikaans. That is the Urdu. Listen very carefully. Urdu. This one I need to screenshot it so that next time when I sign out, I'm going to practice this one. Mard aur bandi mara. Mard aur bandi mera naam Desmond. Hai aur mikhatam ho. Okay. I think it's going to take me 18 years to know this one. But I'm still around, honorable members. I'm still around. I'm going to practice it until I get it correct. Get a ha, error.